I have this feeling, and I want to get your thoughts on this, that we sort of live in a country where it's one America but two economies, right? We're here at the stock exchange where we've seen the stock market rise 23%, the S&P this year. It's up 160% since President Obama took office. You've got record cash in the bank for companies. You built a fortune running, for-profit hospital companies. You know how business works. Why does it feel like business is doing so well but real people aren't?
Well, in Florida, we are doing well. We can do better. But we're doing well. But look, here's what's happening in our state. We cut taxes, we've cut regulations. We said we like business people, we work with them to grow their businesses. So what's happened in our state, we've gone from 11.1% unemployment when I became governor, down to 7%. The private sector's added 365,000 jobs. So you can do it, and we pay down state debt,
right.
$3.5 billion, and eliminated the debt we owed the federal government for unemployment insurance. So the problem we have is Washington. Washington's crazy. I mean, they've got to live within their means. That's what we did in Florida. They've got to cut taxes. That's what we did. They need to pay down debt. That's what we did. They need to say, you know what? We like business people, so we're going to stop adding 3,000 regulations a year. That's what they need to do in Washington. They need to get together and stop spending our money.
Yet, so many people have said that this president has been anti-business. He has been the socialist president, if you listen to the real far right. But you have seen an Obama economy that has benefited business, right? So how come companies, you're a businessman, why don't companies spend more of the money that's the cash in the bank? Why is that not trickling down?
Well, I think what companies want is they want Washington to create some uncertainty.
Right.
One of the reasons why Florida's doing well is we have. They know that, we don't have an income tax. I've worked on cutting the business tax in our state. It's a low one, but 70% of our companies don't pay it.
Right.
We've created certainty in our state. They don't have to, in our state, they don't have to worry that, is the governor going to raise a tax, raise a fee, increase, add a regulation? The problem in Washington is that's what they're doing. So they're hurting our companies. They're making us less globally competitive every day in Washington, and we're doing everything we can to make Florida companies more globally competitive.
You talked about lowering unemployment rate from 11%, above 11% to the low sevens. You still have one of the second highest percentages of uninsured Americans in your state. You're not going to join the federal exchange. You're not going to do this. I mean, some would say that you and a couple of other governors have been roadblocks. I mean, Elijah Cummings, a Democrat from Maryland, says Republican governors refuse to set up state exchange, forcing the federal government to bear more of the workload. He goes on to say that your actions in particular
wait,
inexplicable.
Okay, so now it's the fact that they can't put together an exchange that they said they could do. Okay, look, they said this is their plan.
Right.
This was their plan. Okay, we didn't pass this. The federal government passed this.
So how are you going to get your uninsured Floridians insurance?
So here's what we did. We've dramatically changed our economy. The 4 years before I became governor, the state lost 832,000 jobs. Unemployment went from 3.5 to 11.1%. State debt increased by $5.2 billion. By doing the things we've done, cut taxes and all these things, now we've had the private sector add 365,000 jobs.
Are those jobs that have health insurance attached to them?
Absolutely, the jobs have. If you eat, one of two things is going to happen. You're either going to be able to get insurance through your employer, or when you have a job, you can take your own money and buy health care. Then you get to spend the money the way you want to spend it.